Hi everyone, Nick Kretikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and tonight you're watching me on Bowdabra, which means it is Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So in case you're new here, we are live each and every week, same time, same situation, and we always create a beautiful wreath in the end and a bunch of bows. So tonight behind the camera is Alex. Alex has been taking over our Bowdabra lives for the last, gosh, I want to say 7-8 months at least.
I know, it's been a while.
Hi
guys.
She's been here for a while, but you might be new. So we're going to design with all sorts of ribbons. We're going to use both our large Bowdabra, which is to the left of me, right of you, as well as our mini Bowdabra. And this one is one that I recommend for smaller bows, finer detailed bows, organza ribbon, grosgrain ribbon, anything, even non-wired ribbon. This is the one that I use. So if you're a wreath maker, a designer, this is the one that you can really create large bows with. So just first and foremost, we're going to be using our Bowdabra wire. This comes on a 100-yard spool, and we're going to be using ribbon that Bowdabra partners with Morex with. And you can find all of these products down below through our affiliate link. We're going to start with the length of wire. And you know what happened to this wire, Alex? Is I think I dropped it or something, but I just noticed that it's starting to peel off a little bit. But that's okay. We can hot glue that later on. I just don't want to forget and then come up here and have the wires unravel. So we'll cut a length of this. It comes in either silver or gold. So I like to cut it a little bit longer. In today's wreath, you're in for a treat. We're going to be making a lemon wreath tonight. And this is our first lemon wreath ever on Bowdabra, isn't it?
I think so.
Not our first lemon wreath in general, but our first on Bowdabra. So I just placed my wire on the top. What I'm going to do is make sure that I share this video. That way all of our people can come. Hi, Carol Ann. Hey, Mary Ann. Nice to see you all.
Hi, Pat. Hi, Pamela.
How was everybody's weekend? So this weekend, I actually got home a few hours ago. It's been already a crazy, hectic day, but this weekend was my brother's bachelor party. And I always want to say bachelorette party, always, every time I say it. But it was his bachelor party, and we went to Mohegan Sun in Connecticut, and it was a blast. I'm still going to be honest and say I'm more of a Foxwoods guy myself, but it was still nice to be able to, go there. So I was thinking maybe we'll use up this leftover ribbon first.
Yeah.
So we're going to use the other ribbon for our wreath tonight, but we have a little bit of this left, and we might as well use it.
Hi, Debbie. Marianne would love to win.
So what can we do with this?
Hey, Joe. Hi, Pat.
Hey, you guys. I'm going to cut the end off. Typically what happens is when it ravels close to the cardboard in the middle, sometimes the first few inches are a little bit crinkly. So I usually just cut that off. Then what we can do is let's cut a length of tails.
Hi, Eleanor.
Hey, Eleanor. So we're using this up. Gosh, we probably made 3 or 4 bows using it. So 10-yard spools, if you have the choice to get 50 yards, it's always a smart investment because, a little goes a long way, and those rolls can really last you a long time. But 10 yards, this is all we have left, not much, and we're still able to create a beautiful bow out of it. And we're not putting anything to waste.
Hi, Robin. Hi, Melissa.
Hey, you guys. Nice to see you all here tonight. Let us know how your weekend was, if you did anything fun or exciting. But I think this was the first time I went to the casino with was it both Dad and Steven? I feel like me and Dad have been, Encore. So we've been one other time, and we brought Yaya that time. But Yaya's birthday is this Friday, and she really wants to go. She's not much of a gambler, but she likes slot machines a little bit.
She
So.
does. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Debbie.
Hey, you guys. Nice to see you all. If you don't mind hitting that like button, I would appreciate it. Don't forget, Bowdabra is giving away a free roll of scrunchy ribbon, and all you have to do is just stick around, and you might be our lucky winner for the night. What do you think? Using maybe a yard of ribbon.
So pretty.
Right? Simple. So your options for the end is either to dovetail, as always, or cut at an angle. We're going to cut a dovetail into the ends of these tails today. So just fold in half and cut from the middle out towards the outside edge. And look at that tail, and then look at that tail. Doesn't that tail look much better, having a little bit of a flair to it, if you will? So these little touches, it's always the smaller touches with designing, and it's something that took me a little while to realize, but those finer details really make a huge difference. So never skip either dovetailing or cutting at an angle. So there's the first bow.
Hi, Lori. Marianne had a fun weekend with her grandkids. Hi, Bonnie from Wisconsin.
Welcome, Bonnie. Awesome, Marianne. I'm glad you had a wonderful weekend, and I hope you all had a wonderful Mother's Day yesterday. I almost forgot. Yes, Mother's Day was yesterday. All right.
Jackie says, love to watch you whenever I can. Used my Bowdabra this past week preparing articles for my son's wedding.
Ooh, yes, share some pictures with us. So for those of you that aren't in either the Bowdabra fan gallery or our group, the Nick's Seasonal Decor Crafting Community, make sure to join both of those awesome groups to be inspired from others. So now we're going to use this 50-yard spool. So we got sent both the yellow and the green. I'm a huge fan of the yellow. The green's a little bit on the thinner side, but this yellow is great, great quality. So we're going to just take that. I cut a length of tails. We're going to start with a traditional bow first.
Hi, Rose. Hi, Carol.
Hey, Rose. Lori says, glad you're both feeling better. I know. Thank you, Lori.
Thank you, Lori.
Yes, we've been good for a while now.
Yeah,
a while now.
I know.
At least 4 or 5 days. Our voices are still a little bit raspy, but I think that's just because me and Alex don't know how to stop talking. I think that could be it. Teresa wants to win ribbon. Hey, Marilyn. Marilyn sent Yaya a birthday card. Thank you, Marilyn.
Oh, she's going to be so excited
She
to get
is
them
going to be so
all.
excited.
Felicia says, I have that yellow ribbon. I haven't used it yet.
Yes, it's a very pretty yellow ribbon. So we'll just continue making loops. Notice what I'm doing too at the same time. I like to rotate my Bowdabra. So let's twist it like that. Then what I do is I take my ribbon before creating my next loop, and I pinch it and I reverse it. So I just twist it completely around. It's a little bit hard to notice on ribbons like this, which are kind of double-sided ribbons. So this looks beautiful on each side. But if you have a ribbon that's a specialty print, and I'm going to show you guys a few of those, it'll make a little bit more sense when I twist and how I twist.
Carol would love to win some ribbon.
Yes, let us know. So that's 3 on each side. Let's come back in with a couple more. That's 4. Now that's 4. So I'm thinking, what do you want to do? 5 or 6 on each side, Al?
Yeah.
Want to do a nice full bow this time?
Yeah, let's do 6.
Let's do 6.
Hi, Dory Lynn.
Hey, Dory, nice to see you. That's 6 on this side. We got 1 more loop to do. And notice too, you guys, is I'm not going for perfection here. If my loops are a little bit off, I really could care less. And, you know, you guys should care less too, because I know some of you guys are like me, and I'm comfortable saying that, you know, us designers get really stressed out. And let me know if you agree with me, or if maybe I'm the odd man out. But you get very stressed out about making sure every step along the way is perfect. And truth be told, it's not going to make a huge difference. I used to try to make my loops perfect, and over the years, that slight imperfection sometimes can actually look better than having every loop perfectly. And even if they are perfect or imperfect, when you fluff it out, it's all in the fluff, you guys. And see what I'm doing here? I'm pulling each loop from one side to the other, making sure there's no creases, no kinks in the ribbon, and that's why wired ribbon is my preferred choice when designing. It's the only product I use with my artificial designing because it's nice and easy to fluff, and if your customer purchases a bow, for those of you that do sell, or purchases a design, you know, when they store it, sometimes things happen, right? Like that, and all they're going to have to do is just lightly open up those loops again. So there.
So bright, I love it.
I know, I love yellow now. I used to not be a huge yellow or orange fan, but this year I think those are the 2 top colors that I've used. So there's a yellow ribbon.
Teresa says, your bows, Nick, are always perfect.
Thank you, Teresa. What do you guys think of that? Isn't that pretty?
Hi, Bonnie.
Hey, Bonnie. So if you enjoy watching me here on Home Talk, do me a favor and let me know down below. I always appreciate it when you guys let me know that you enjoy watching our tutorials. I enjoy doing these so much because I know not everybody can make a hand bow for, you know, many different reasons. And hopefully these tutorials help you guys out. And if you still haven't made a bow yet, what are you waiting for? Just go for it. If it turns out ugly, it turns out ugly. Right, Al? Yep. Who cares? You've got it. So now let's come back in with our wreath bow. We're going to start with, or actually I think we'll just use this ribbon. So this is, again, you can order these down below.
Hi, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Victoria says, I started doing my bows by using your method, turning the Bowdabra around. It works better. Thanks for the tip.
Yes, and I know some people it might not work the best. So, you know, the best tip I can give you is, you know, to watch my tutorials, other designers' tutorials, and then use your best judgment and then use what works best for your hands. So when I rotate my Bowdabra, it makes the most amount of sense for me. But I know some designers just rotate their hands and their ribbon and keep the Bowdabra stationary. So for this bow, let's not do a funky or a traditional, but a cross between the both. So we're going to design this on a 14-inch wreath. So I don't want to make a bow that's way too large. I want to keep it to scale, but we're not going to do too many loops. So I think we'll do 2 on each side.
Felicia, these are lemons?
Lemons, yes, lemons. So these are whole lemons, lemon wedges, and then lemon slices, right?
A lot of
And
lemons.
lemon flowers. So there's the second loop on each side.
Hi, Valerie. Hi, Susan.
Hey, you guys. We're going to come back in with another loop on each side, and this loop's only about 2.5 inches.
Donna says, I love rotating the Bowdabra too.
Yes, let me know if that's been helpful for you guys. I think it's definitely easier for me, but like I said, each person is different. So we're going to do our little button loop right in the middle now. Doesn't have to be big at all. There we go. Now we can take our wires from each side, pull it together to the middle, and tie it off. So now it's partially tied. It's not secured enough to walk away from or place it on your wreath. So what you're going to do now is take those wires to the back. Hey, Margaret, nice to see you. And tie them from behind.
Hi, Gloria. Hi, Pat.
Okay, did I do it? There we go. 3 knots is what I suggest. If you do 1 knot, you guys, and it fails, what's that saying? Shame on you, right? If you do 2 knots and it fails, you know, you didn't leave yourself much room for security. 3 knots and it fails, you know, that bow's in God's hands, right? So make sure to do 3 knots to make sure it's not going to be, you know, you're not going to have any risk of it falling apart. And if you do, like I said, so be it. That's not your fault. So let's actually make the wreath now. I'm excited to do it. So let's take our bow and place it into the lower left-hand corner. I take my wires, bring them to the back, and then I bring them again to the front. So I always tie using my Bowdabra wire from the front because the back side stays nice and clean and there's no wires, you know, left to be cut from back there. So tie it really, really tight. You want it as tight as you can get. That way when you fluff your bow out, there's no real wiggle room. Pat's watching from New Jersey. She would like to win. Yes, who wants to win?
Carolyn from Australia. Robin from Nevada.
Nevada. Stephen will be there next month for a bachelor party. Las Vegas. I've never been, but it's on the bucket list. So fluff it out. And there's your bow.
A few people say these look like oranges.
Oranges?
I think the lighting a little bit.
Maybe it's the
these
lighting.
are lemons.
Because in person, these are definitely lemons. But we do carry lemons that look like oranges. They got sent to us, and they're a little bit orangey for my liking. But we do have lemon picks, and that's what we're about to use. So we have these, and these look like lemons to me, right?
Yep.
So these have an item number in our shop of EV8939, and I thought those paired up with the ribbons really nicely. So we're going to take our wire snips, and these wire snips finally gave out today. Did you see me struggle with these earlier, Alex?
I did.
Alex was filming a home talk tutorial earlier, and I was struggling using them because they're not opening up like they used to. So it's time for new cutters, and these I've been using every day for years, so clearly I can't cut.
Hi, Marianne.
Hey, Marianne.
Lavita loves the ribbon.
Very pretty ribbon, right?
We have Vernie from North Carolina.
So I got to get my new clippers after this, but I forgot before the video, and I know Alex did too. So this pick has 3 lemons. We're going to take this little piece of greenery, and we'll stick it right there. So there's the first piece. We'll take another lemon pick. Kathy says they look like oranges. It's got to be the lighting, because in person, you guys, these do not look like oranges.
They look yellow in the camera.
Yeah, do they?
I think so.
They do.
Yolanda loves the lemon ribbon.
Yeah, they look yellow to me.
I agree. Kathy says.
I know. Hey, Antoinette, nice to see you.
Bernie says, I love your videos from North Carolina. I've been thinking about doing a lemon wreath.
Absolutely, go for it. Lemon wreaths are so trendy, and they have been for the last few years. You know, oftentimes when things are trendy, what people either do is they either like it or they don't like it, right? So I've been a fan of these, and I think they look so great in pretty much everything. So we're going to come back in with another greenery. So this one, I don't think I've ever worked with this before, Al. I really like it. FG5892, and we're going to snip this into smaller pieces as well. Once I figure out what I did with my cutters, here they are.
Pat and Teresa said, looks like lemons.
Okay, at least we have a few people Team Lemon here.
Anne loves it.
So like I said, we have lemons in stock, but they look like oranges, and I'm comfortable saying that. But these are, though, that ribbon's definitely lemon ribbon. Okay, snip these off. I'm going to snip this up a little bit higher. And then these two pieces we'll just snip off individually. But how was everybody's weekend? For those of you just tuning in, don't forget Bowdabra gives away a free roll of ribbon at the end of each of our lives every Monday. And all you have to do is just let us know you would like to win. So we'll take that other little bit of greenery. And this is a little bit more frosted, right? So it's adding a nice contrast. There we go. Oh, thank you, Alex. Alex brought my glue skillet closer. We'll place a piece of greenery up here.
Roseanne says, lemons look yellow and match the ribbon perfectly.
There we go. Another piece of greenery on this side.
Cindy asked, are those greens plastic or silk?
These are plastic. Most certainly plastic. And I think we only carry plastic. We have a few EVA, which is a foam greenery. But plastic has always, worked great for me. It always holds up the best outside. And if I use it, anybody can use it, right? So we'll take another piece of greenery, place it underneath. Uh-oh, we're losing our wire. Place that here.
Bob says, finally spring in Ohio, 74 degrees today.
Yeah, so today was in the 50s. It was beautiful out. I'd say a little bit chilly. I've been cold all day. But Alex said Saturday's supposed to be like 70, right?
Yeah, it's going to be, it might hit 80 here. So
80.
It might be about 83, hopefully.
83 in Massachusetts in May. That's unheard of for us. So there's a little simple lemon wreath. I don't think we need to add any more lemons. I think that's enough. What do you guys think? So then we can just round up our wire. Let's see where it is. Uh-oh. Let's see. Let's see if we can do this. Where's the end? Let's find it. Uh-oh. Gotta snip that off. And we'll use these pieces up. I'm not a wasteful person, so we always use it up. So we're going to take this little length now. And this looks like a perfect size wire for what, Al?
The mini.
The mini. So we'll cut a length of wire.
Bonnie says we are having large hail right now. Oh
large hail? That's no good. I've seen videos with hail hitting like trucks outside and cars. And oh my gosh, that must be pretty bad. Having the hail hit your car and your house and all of that stuff. So we're going to do a funky bow now. So we're going to cut lengths approximately 28 inches or so, fold it in half, and then pinch about 4 inches down. So that's what we're trying to create, and we're going to repeat this pattern over and over again as many times as we can to fit it inside the mini Bowdabra. So let's see. This is going to be a test because I don't think we've used this ribbon with this Bowdabra. And this ribbon's a little bit on the thicker side, so we'll see how many we can actually end up with. There's 2.
Victoria says, perfect.
Thank you, Victoria.
Donna says, loving it, perfect amount.
Thank you, Donna. Coming back in with our 3rd. I'm thinking we could do 5. Do you think we'll be able to do 5, Al?
I think we could squeeze it in.
So that's 3.
Hi, Linda. I can see your comments.
Hi, Linda. Here's 4. And moment of truth, our last one. And 5. So again, about 3-inch loops or so. And our final one. So that is pretty much, I'd say, at max capacity, right? So even if you use your wand, I wouldn't try to put any more in without posing the risk of it just sliding out completely. So then we can take our wire, pull it to the middle, pull that wire through one side, doesn't matter which side, tighten it, take it out of your Bowdabra. Take those wires, tie them at the same time that you flip it over, and tie it from behind.
Eileen would love to win. Linda says, hello, loving your lives.
Thank you. Yes, let us know. Bowdabra should be choosing a winner in a few minutes or so. So, get those comments in. Now what we're doing is just dovetailing these before we fluff it out. And then when we fluff it out, it's going to look completely different than it does on my table. Notice all of these tails are different lengths too, right? So this tail right here is much shorter than this tail, and that's just going to add to the beauty. This one's shorter than this one, so don't be afraid of cutting the tails different lengths. I like to keep the loop size, which are these pieces, pretty similar, but for tails, it's up for grabs. Whatever tail length you want, it'll just make it much more interesting.
Donna says, would you ever do a center loop on a bow like that?
On a bow like this, you can pull one of these loops. Like this loop could be your center loop, but in regards to like the, what do we call them?
Button.
The button loop in the middle, I don't know how that would look. We could always try it. Maybe we'll try that. So then what you can do is just clean up your workstation a bit and then fluff your bow out. So pull those tails from one side to the other. Open them up, open those loops up, pull this tail here. Basically what you want to do is pull apart those loops and tails to kind of create a similar shape all the way around. So you don't want anything sticking out too far. So when I said you can cut your lengths, any length you want, of course you can, but if you have one tail that's sticking out this far, it's going to look a little awkward, right? So keep them within a couple inch difference. And there we have a pretty full-size funky bow using our mini Bowdabra. So we created this using this little thing. And that turned out cute.
Says, looks easy.
And this, go ahead.
Sorry. Lynn would love to win. And Donna says, this looks to be an amazing way to make a bow.
Yes, it absolutely is. And you can use this bow for a full-size wreath. I mean, that's about a 14-inch bow. So that is our next bow. Let me know what you guys think of that. And let's switch over to this new ribbon that I haven't worked with yet. So we're going to just cut this tail or the ribbon plastic off. And we're going to switch over to our large. We'll take another one of those leftover scrap wires. And this one, we can squeeze like 3 out of. So we'll snip it about here.
Barbara says, my favorite color is blue. Love the show.
Thank you, Barbara. Yeah, so blue, growing up, I never liked blue because everybody else liked blue. And that's a silly reason not to like a color. But blue has definitely grown on me in the last 2 years or so. And I love that icy blue. It's one of my favorites. And I like cobalt. I mean, I just like blue now. So let's switch over and use, how about pink? Let's do some pink.
Oh, Teresa said, I see trucks.
Oh, wait, what were you going to use? Yeah, the truck. That's what we're going to use. So this one, I want to show you guys how to work this in. So since all of those trucks are in the same direction, right? If we cut, this is the way we want our tails, right? So we don't want the truck to be going downhill like that. So what ends up, well, it doesn't matter either way, but you want them to be one way. Either way looks good. Other ribbons, like words, you don't want it to go upside down. So what I recommend you do is you cut the ribbon in half. So you guys can let me know whether you like it uphill or downhill, but we're going to start with one length of tails. So that's going to be one tail. And then what we'll do is we'll cut another. So I want you guys to comment down below right now, uphill or downhill. And either way, we're going to choose one direction because I don't like them going in opposites. So here is downhill. And here is uphill. I think I like downhill more. What do you think?
Let me see downhill again.
So that's uphill. And that's downhill.
I kind of like downhill, yeah.
Downhill? So let us know, you guys. Maybe it'll be better to show you guys what both will look like.
Donna says up. Bob says up. Pat says down. Felicia says down.
So you tell me, Alex, what the general consensus is.
Sue says up. All right. Okay. I think we're getting more ups.
More up?
Let me
Okay.
see. Yep. It's
Okay,
up.
uphill it is. So what I've done is I've placed both ribbons cut separately. We usually keep it as one continuous piece. So 2 separate pieces. We're going to take them and place them in our Bowdabra. So I cut one length off to keep them similar sized, but you could take this, and what you could do too is do what Alex has always tried to do but never completed, and that's, what is it called, decoupage or whatever, where you take this and a little bit of, she has some glue over here that she used once. What's it called, Al?
Mod Podge?
Mod Podge. Cut the wire off, and then you can stick this on like whatever surface. Place it on a plate, Who knows? That'd be cute. So the tails are in place. Then what we can do is we can start making our bow. So for the bow, I'm thinking just a traditional bow would look really nice. You could also do a funky bow and have the dovetails be placed perfectly in between each truck. But make sure those tails are going one direction or the other. So either direction looks good, but we don't want opposite directions. And that's especially true for those printed ribbons where it's not going to make sense going downhill. You know? So for like words, you want them to go in one direction. You don't want it to look upside down.
Oh, now we're getting a lot of downhill people.
Guys, it's too late for that.
And we have our winner tonight.
Who's our lucky winner?
So congratulations to Robin McVickers of Nevada.
Congratulations, Robin. You just won yourself a free roll of ribbon. Let's all take some time and congratulate her. And don't forget, if you haven't won yet, and you've watched every week, or if this is your first time watching, or if you've never won a thing in your life, Bowdabra does give away a free roll each and every week. And all you have to do is just let us know.
Hi, Quincy.
Okay, so there is going to be our final piece. So for something like this, being traditional, I wouldn't want to stick a button bow in the middle, right? Because it would kind of get lost. You absolutely can. You know, there's no right or wrong way to make a bow. The most important thing with making a bow is making sure that, you know, it's not going to fall apart is number one. And second of all, make sure you fluff nicely. That's the only two big things that you have to do with bow making. Anything else, if you like it, that's all that really matters. So we'll take our wire, tie it 3 times from behind, pull our tails to the front, and fluff it. Pull apart those loops. What do you think of that?
So cute.
Cute, right? With the little trucks. And trucks have been very popular for the last few years too. Trucks, gnomes, and lemons. And it's either you love them or you hate them. I'm a fan of them. I think out of all of those 3, my favorite is lemon decor, right? And my least favorite at the moment would probably be trucks. This is a cute ribbon, but I'd say gnomes, it's a hit or miss for me. We have some cute gnomes, but sometimes gnomes can be a little bit scary, right? Gnomes are kind of like the elves of Christmas time. I like them. Alex does not like those types of elves.
I don't like gnomes. Nope.
Gnomes or elves.
Scare me.
All right, so there is our truck bow. So let's do a little recap. We created this truck bow, traditional style. Showed you guys how to do the tails in the same direction. We created this blue funky bow using the mini, but it turned out to be a full-size bow you can use in anything. We also created this bow using leftovers. So if you have a yard or 2 of ribbon, don't throw it out. You absolutely can create a beautiful bow out of it. That only took less than a yard. Then we created this bow, which is another traditional bow using a 1.5 inch instead of 2.5 inch. And this is the type of tail where it doesn't matter if you have it in the same direction or not, because you can't tell. And then we created, lastly, our lemon wreath using that other lemon ribbon. So 2 lemon ribbons tonight. So let us know which of those designs or the wreath is your all-time favorite from tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Dory. And thank you, Joe, for being with us today and having us as a guest. If you enjoy watching us, be sure to hit that like button and let me know down below. And we will see you all next Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So congratulations again to Robin for winning the lucky roll of scrunchy ribbon. And I want to thank Alex for recording. And I think my personal favorite for tonight, I think I just got to go with these. These classic bows just always look good to me. So that is my favorite. And I'd say for Alex would agree with me just because she agrees with me. But I'd say a second would be the blue.
I like the yellow because it's so bright.
Yeah, you do like the yellow.
It's so neon. Especially in the camera, I think it looks so cool.
So me and Alex like the yellow. So thank you guys again, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.